Happy Monday, my people.
It is Monday.
Welcome to the accountability call. So, if you are a Black mom who is going after a dream, or if you are a Black woman business owner who is going after a dream, this is the call for you because every Monday we get together, myself, Eva's strategy. We usually have Zenitra Perry on here, but she is preparing for our trip to Bali, which is in a couple of days for her 40th birthday. So she will not be here today. But we get up on here and we talk about what we were supposed to do, whether we did it or not, and what we gonna do this week. So we can hold each other accountable because look, honey, ain't no way to get to these goals when life be life and if you don't got no accountability partners. Okay.
Hello. Look.
How are you today, Eve?
you know, I'm in bed doing work and that is okay because this is real life.
Yes.
And yeah, I just got back into the States and I'm actually feeling really good. I did my I wrote in my gratitude journal, and whatnot. I had a whole hype me up session this
Yes.
morning. I stretched. Um, I'm like feeling really good and I feel like there's a lot of things I need to get done, but I'm actually feeling mentally prepared to do it also. I'm feeling good today. I'm
I
sitting in
love
some
it.
gratitude. Yeah, it's
I
good.
love it. I feel the same today. Like I had a lot of things to get done this weekend. I did a good amount of them. But what I wanted to do was make sure that some of the business stuff was done on the weekend so I could spend the week get my life in formation. Okay. So I feel like I have a good energy similar to you. Like I have a lot of things to do, but I feel like I literally can get them all done if I stay focused and on task. Okay.
Yep.
Focused and on task. Okay. I will be able to do the things. So, all right. So let's talk about last week. Honey, I
Yeah.
killed it last week. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you. I killed it last week. Okay.
Yeah.
So my word for last week was take off, which really
Yeah.
was like, centered around like things are about to take off in my business and I'm literally about to take off and go to Bali, right? Like, so focus on getting everything off the ground, right? Like, use the runway, put the nose up, and take off. Like, so, and I really felt like I did that this past week. So, one of my goals was to complete the free download that I am creating called Unlock Your Travel Funds, a checklist on using your bills and your expenses to be able to pay for your trip. And that will be done per my VA today. Okay. Thank you. Shout out to Ellie.
Yes, Ellie.
She is going to complete it. I'm going to review it and it will be done. Um, the other thing I needed to do was I wanted to reach out to some shout out pages on IG. So the pages that pretty much promote things. Because I have something for them to promote. So I actually reached out to I think 4. I wanted to secure 4 and I secured 3, I think. Yeah, 3. So they will be sharing about my business either I think this week, either late this week or very early the next week. Um and then I needed to batch and repurpose my Instagram posts. And I wanted to do at least 9 and I did 5. So yes, girl. Yes, we was on top of it. On top of it.
Yeah.
So I feel really good about that because this is the first time I think ever in life that I actually did my goals. And it just be like that sometimes, okay? Like progress, not perfection, okay?
That
So
part.
yes, I actually got my stuff done. I'm feeling really good about that. So, Eve, how was your goals last week? Do you need me to
Wow, wow,
review?
wow. Did I? Did I?
Did you walk 3 times?
Did I walk 3 times? Well, yeah, I was in New York all last week, so you ain't got nothing else to do but walk. So that definitely did happen. Now I'm back to Philly, and it's like, it's
Mhm.
cold out here in these streets. So I definitely walked 3 times while I was in New York before I got back to Philly, like within the last 2 days. Wow, it's only been 2 days I've been back. Wow. Um, and
Mhm.
yeah, so I did walk. I've been doing my hype me up sessions, and I feel like they're evolving and getting better
I love
every
it.
morning. Like I'm doing the 5 second rule that
Yes.
Robbins.
Robin's. Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, within 5 seconds, I'm like getting up. But I think because I was in Ghana, it's easier because I'm still jet lagged, but jet propelled because I'm like
Right.
it's easier for me to get up earlier, which I
Yeah.
love. So I'm just keeping it up. I was in bed by 11 yesterday, so that was really amazing. I'm just gonna keep it up.
Good
Meal
job.
prep. I'm meal prep child. I'm making my nice little vegan chill puddings in the morning. It's so good. Um, yeah, I was really yeah. So yeah, I definitely did that. What else I said I was gonna do? My research plans. I think I had on there, right? Yeah.
Yep. Execute your research projects.
I'll be starting one of them this week. That's always just perpetually ongoing. So I'll be starting one of them this week. So that's good. Got more clarity on that. And then what else? I'm forgetting.
Oh, finalize the posse presentation and promote.
Oh yeah.
Why you were
So
is that why you were in New York? Oh no, you
uh
were a client.
yes, yeah, I was yeah, me and a client. But yeah, oh yeah, that happened. So the I presented at a national conference on
Okay.
Saturday.
Yes. Yes.
So that happened. Now I gotta do the recap video and promote.
Yes.
So yeah, that was really fun. It was a blessing. So yeah, wow, I
What did you
presented a
talk about?
what happened? Oh, I was basically talking about like I curated an event for the we call ourselves alums when we finish graduate. So for the alums and the on-campus scholars who are currently in school, I curated the first ever like on-campus event and alum event virtually, like ever. So basically they brought me on to basically teach how other alums can do the same thing in their school and take it on a national level. So this little small little
Hmm.
event in this school in Massachusetts of all women's liberal arts college is a hope it's hopefully about to go national. So I feel really proud of myself for doing that. And I'm talking about posse people are like amazing, like doing amazing things, government, health, startup, like science, arts, film. So
Hmm.
it was just really amazing to be a shout out in that way and have like the national uh foundation just be like, oh yeah, her have her come to this conference and share what she just did because she
Yes.
gave that in a way that like was amazing and she can teach people how to do it themselves. So that was really cool. I really appreciated that. It's
Uh,
still blowing my mind that that happened. Like
this
literally
is great.
just
Like this
yeah.
now did you so they just reached out to you or did you pitch them?
So they reached the National Alumni Programs Director reached out to me to submit a proposal. And
Okay.
then I found out that my proposal got accepted and then I went to go speak. So
Oh, that's
yeah, it was great. It was really fun.
the crazy thing is I think that, one of the things that we don't well, at least I have not realized is just how much is within my collegiate network that I'm not leveraging at all. Like I'm just not even at all. Like, but I love that you are doing that because that is like the soil that grew you, right? Like, and so going back and giving back and those type of things, like, it's so amazing and
Mhm.
allowing them to kind of see your progression and be, a model for the students there. Like, I need to do more of that. I think I need to do more.
Yeah, it was good. I feel like and then like I feel like my followers on like LinkedIn just like went
Oh,
you
of
know,
course.
so yes. Because it's like
They're
it's like,
like,
oh
who this? Okay, yes.
yeah, we did talk to you national conference. So like, yeah, I need to mind you, I have not made a recap video or promoted that that when I did that leadership development workshop facilitation for that black owned startup. Like I haven't promoted anything that I did for that and now this conference. So like I need to go back and start posting and letting people know like, hey, this multi passionate, multi, you
Yeah.
know, um, you know, um like Renaissance woman that I am, like I do things. Like come hire me for
Yes.
all these things. I'll come speak at your conferences.
Yeah.
I'll come lead workshops for your for your company. Like let's go.
Yeah.
So I need to like capitalize on that. And then now that I even got shouted out by an up and coming Afro owned like research institute that I did a speaking engagement for last year, and they just shout me out like last week, and I'm like,
I
oh
love
my gosh, I
it.
need to put more content out. Like, what am I
Yes.
doing?
Yes, like absolutely. Did you record you speaking?
It was recorded,
Okay.
me speaking. Um And then I got a few little clips on my phone and stuff like that. So just gonna make a cute little recap video and toast it.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
I love it. I love it.
Yes, I can't believe that. Yeah, I literally just spoke for a whole national conference on Saturday, and I think the last one was with my YouTube videos, like taking time to um keep doing like the edits and stuff, or like telling Mark what to do. And yeah, some more videos got finished, some more could have been finished.
Mm-hmm.
But progress, not perfection.
Exactly, honey.
Um,
Exactly.
yeah.
Okay.
And I think my word for the week last week was to decide.
Yes,
And
it was.
Lord have mercy. Yes, I definitely made a lot of decisions.
Good job. Good job.
Some family decisions, some life decisions, where I want to live decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm about to be out.
Oh Lord, what is we gonna do? But come visit you. Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Did you do your mail? You said you were gonna go through your mail and take some
Child,
actions with your
Lordy
mail.
Lord. Look it. It's getting child.
Yes,
It's getting done.
exactly.
Like right before this call, I
As
only got two more things to do, and then I'm done. Like I went through it. I had like a huge stack, and then I'm good.
you tell you, I delegated that joint to my husband. I was like, I'm not going through this mail. You go through the mail. Let me know what's urgent.
You let me know
Anything
what we
urgent,
need
honey,
to
because
do.
I cannot do all the things. So that will
Yes,
be getting done while I'm gone on vacay. Okay.
yes.
Yes, yes, yes. So we'll have to follow up with Z next week. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be next week. It's gonna be week after next, but we're gonna be about it next week.
Right.
On what she has completed. I did do an interview with her that's gonna be slated to come out, I think, later this week. A kid-free vacations interview, and talked about basically how you take these kid-free vacations when you are co-parenting or newly divorced, right? So
Mm-hmm.
for those kind of moms.
Mm-hmm.
She really dropped some tips on how to do that, and I'm so excited for that interview to come out. Okay, so first of all, let's take a pause. We both killed our goals last week. Like, we
We
don't even
really
have to talk
do.
about, like, usually we be like, okay, what do you want to do to, try to do better? No, we did the goals, okay? Like, we got
We
it
did
done.
it.
And the funny thing was, my goals last week, I only did 3, because I'm trying this new thing out. Because 33 is my favorite number, but like 333 is my angel number, and just threes are all around me, right? And so one of the things that I do is daily is I have like the top 3 things that will make me happy today, right? And then I go into like
Mm.
that will move the needle, and that's usually going to be 3 to 5 things that I need to do for a day. So last week I watched a video on YouTube. I think it's a woman who's a coach for coaches who want to leverage YouTube for marketing, right? So she basically teaches you how to like grow your coaching business on YouTube. And one of the things she said, the way she manages her week is she will have her top 3 projects that she has to get done. And then she will have like her daily goals, right? And the daily goals will be like, things that are consistent every day. So for instance, one of the things that I put on here was like, we're going through my so I have a call setter who helps to set my sales calls. So being able to go through like what he's done, right? That's something I do every day. So those are her daily goals, but then she has her top 3 projects. And I was like, I love that idea, because realistically, what I've seen is I really ain't gonna be able to get but 3 big projects done a week in my business. Like, it's just not gonna happen, because
Yeah.
hashtag momming, hashtag life. Like,
Right.
so last week, that's what I did. I shrunk my list, because we usually do top 5 goals. I shrunk
Yeah.
my list to 3 based on those 3 projects. And then my 4th one was my self-care, right? So it
Mm.
wasn't really a project, which was staying in the energy of the one, which I feel like that's going to be till the end of the year at least.
Right.
It's going to be my self-care that is going to be my self-care for the end of the year, because it really
I
has
love
brought
it.
a lot of like just momentum, right? Like, I feel like it's brought a lot of momentum in my my day-to-day. So I'm gonna do that again this week, because I was like, that was really good, and I was actually able to complete it. And that's one of the things I would recommend. If you're watching this and you feel like, let me see, think about something else I was watching on my business coaching. If you're somebody who's setting goals every week, one, especially if you're a mom, be honest with yourself about what you really think you're gonna be able to complete, as opposed to trying to push, right? Because the pushing piece usually leads to self-judgment, right?
Mm,
Always, especially for mine, like we like, oh, well, I was supposed to be doing this, and I really want to do this. And usually, the things that are on this goal list are things that um are tied directly to you, your specific goal, your specific dream, or like your self care. And so, the more that you like say, I want to do all these things, and you only get one done, like you feel kind
yeah.
of like you're not taking care of yourself, or just like, disappointment, that type of stuff. So be realistic with yourself. I had to be like, 5 ain't gonna work, 3 is gonna be the tip of the top.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and because of that, today I don't feel any type of like, oh, I ain't get this done. I'm just like, honey, we killed it. We doing great. Like, we on the road, right? So yes, I would suggest shorten your list. Shorten the list. That's one thing I learned from my very first coach. Like, shorten your list of to-dos, girl, because you ain't doing all that.
Right.
You
And
ain't
the
doing
simple fact, again, like what I was keep saying, the to-do list is never gonna end. The
right.
to-do list is never gonna end. So it's like the faster you one come to terms with that, then you could just enter into a space of like, what are the things that bring me more ease and that will like hype me up. Like, me going through my mail is having me up to like do like a research project that is going to inform like millions of dollars worth of work. Like, so it doesn't matter what it is. A win is a win is a win, So
Mhm.
sometimes those small wins really hype you up for like those quote unquote bigger wins. But it's all around like just protecting your mindset around it. Cause it don't matter. Even if the things that I put on my list, I'm making sure I'm putting on my list of things that bring me joy. If like I can't mentally hype myself up or get myself in a place where I'm like, you know, can I really achieve this? Then it really is for nothing, to be quite honest. So I like the idea of a smaller list. I like the idea of coming to terms with the to-do list never ends. I like the
Mhm.
idea of a win is a win is a win. Like they
Mhm.
all everything on the to-do list has the same weight. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Yes. I like this a lot. It was something else I was gonna say, because you just said something that made me say, mm-hmm. What it was like, Lord have mercy. Anyway, so we can just dive right into the goals for this week.
Yes. The goals for this week.
Would you like to go first, Eve?
Yeah. Like,
Or do you need some time?
mm, mm. I'm definitely gonna continue with the hype me up sessions. I feel like I'm finally getting into the rhythm of it. The hype me up sessions. I'm a little bit worried about the walking though this week because it's cold out here in these streets.
No, it is winter. Okay, like it is winter. Twanda's about it's winter. I was like, baby, it's fall. He's like, but it feel like winter.
It
Like,
does. I'm
yes, it's giving
completely with my home skin biscuit.
they done hopped right on over.
Especially after just coming back from a place where it was very, very warm. I'm like, this is very ghetto. This
Yeah.
is not nice. I don't like it. I don't like it. um,
Oh, you could go to the Y and walk.
I could go to the Y and walk. Yes, the Y. 30-minute
All right.
drive. Could listen to
Yes.
something.
The reason why I
I,
thought about that is because we are now members of the same Y. And I was like, oh yeah, that was something to do.
yeah, yeah, you're right. I could like, yeah, you're right.
How far is that from you? 15 minutes?
No, like 30, 35.
God.
Yeah, but like,
Well,
it's so nice.
you gotta go to the nice Y as opposed to the Y up the street, because we the same way. It take us like 18 minutes to get there.
Yeah. I'm like, or I could push myself, do little cuckoo while move your boomsy fitness
Oh
videos.
yes. We
All
should.
right, I'm gonna say cuckoo while fitness 3 times because I feel like let's go with the dancing. So I'm gonna do cuckoo while fitness and replace that with the walking because
Okay.
I'm gonna do my hype me up sessions. I'm going to put back on the list the videos for my YouTube.
What do
Uh,
you need to do? Like, how many do you need to release? Or these editing?
Child, there is literally like no lie. I think I have like upwards of 30 videos I need to release. No lie.
Okay,
No lie.
so what is the bottleneck to getting these joints released?
I feel like I'm only giving it like 1 or 2 hours a week, and I need to give myself a good like 5 hours, and then I think I'll be able to get through at least 15 of the videos at the very minimum. And then I'll be ahead for like 3 months, and that'll be great. So then
Okay.
I could take a break and do other stuff. So basically my goal is that I need to give myself 5 hours to just align on the creative direction of the video so that they could just be edited and premiered. So there's not a lot of back and forth. But like I need to sit my booty down and like just give 5 hours to even strategy yourself. I don't know what it is, but I don't like listening to myself. I don't like
A lot of people feel that way. I
I
be on
don't
the
like
video like, what did I say? Like,
as soon as I get out there, then I'm like, that's what I sound like. Oh my God. And then
girl,
and my videos are funny because depending on my mood, my accent change. I'm speaking all these different languages. Like if I'm speaking Creole, then I gotta go ahead and like give Mark all the translations, and then he's like, "Oh my God, girl! Like I don't know what you're saying." So I have to
well,
like,
wait, so the Haiti video still aren't out?
girl, no. One is about to come out though. One is about to come out.
Okay.
Haiti video is about to come out. Belize is halfway done because
Okay.
Belize is 18 episodes. Mark made 18 episodes, okay? And they're doing really good. They're doing really, really good. People are loving the Belize videos. You need to go look at them.
Yeah.
They're doing really good.
Mark, he tagged me in the videos. Put me in the description, child.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Okay, I'm gonna go tell him. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him.
what was I saying?
The Belize doing good. The Mexico videos literally um just got started. And then there's like some content videos on like business, sipping tea with Eve videos, research videos, like scripts that I just now need to turn into videos. Like all of that's done. I did a lot of prep work in the beginning. It's just I've just been traveling. So that means more content. So all my other
Yeah,
content gets pushed back. You know what I mean? So
girl.
it's like literally if I were able to dedicate a month to like my YouTube and like literally do only YouTube, child, it'll be popping. The simple fact that I'm literally only putting like max no more 5 hours a week on YouTube for like the last like year and a half, and I got like 170 videos. Like if I actually like
Yeah, you would have
just did YouTube, I think I would.
right.
But it is what it is.
Well, and
It's just a,
realistically, I don't know. Would you even have 5 whole hours to a lot? Because I don't think you need 5 hours at one time. I know you and I are similar. Like we like to work till it's done. Like we want to start and finish, and then it's done. Period. Right? Like, and one of the things that motherhood has forced me to do was be like, okay, I really want to start and finish today, but I'm just going to set one milestone for today. Like,
yeah.
right. So like I don't know what is the milestone you could set. Like I don't know if you do YouTube every day or whatever that day is that you do your YouTube. But even if you say like in this hour, I need to be able to hand this over to Mark for publishing. So whatever edits I'm gonna make, whatever suggestions, whatever translations, all of that need to be done in an hour. And then when I hand over him on to the next video. So by the time you do that, maybe 3 days a week, right? In you by the end of the month, right? You have a lot of those done. He just need to release, right?
Hmm.
You got to decide that what is the one milestone you can get done for the video in an hour, right?
Yeah, that's good. Usually I could get through like 3 if I'm really sick, like 4 videos,
In an
like
hour?
in an hour. Yeah. Hmm. Because I'm like, we speeding that bad boy up, 2x speed. I know I'm like, cut, add this GIF, add this historical slide photo with my face going like, like, so like I feel like 3 or 4 videos, and like each video he compiled is usually like about uh 20 max 30 minutes. So like at the 2x speed, like I could get through 2 hours of videos in 1 hour if I'm like really focused. An hour and a half, I would say, like an hour and a half.
So,
Um,
and how often do you work on this a week? Like, do you have a day that you work on?
whenever the spirit moves me.
Okay.
That's the
That is
only
the
time.
only problem then. That is the only problem, because if you can get through 3, the only blocker is putting it and scheduling it on your calendar. You're a very scheduled person, so
I
you
am a
ain't
very
gonna do
scheduled
it.
person.
Like,
I just realized that like with the videos, it's always a balance because the project of me documenting my life was supposed to be something that like one I was scared to do because I never really document my life like at all. Like I don't have any photos of me like really growing up. Like all my growing up and all the things I was doing, all my friends have it, right? They're the ones documenting it. So this document my life is to get over like me wanting to have like an old to my own self love to be like, look, I'm documenting my life, I'm documenting my growth and my journey. But also too, I realized that when the YouTube started feeling like a task, then I started to hate it. So then I would have these moments of like I'll have moments where I don't touch anything with the videos for like a month and a half. And Mark is just like doing other stuff. He's figuring out other things for him to do because he knows like if I don't feel moved to do it, it ain't happening. But at the same time, like it got to get done. So even right now, I'm in this like fine place where like I'm slowly starting to do it a little bit more regularly. Um, but the goal is that when I do it, I better be having fun because if not, then even the creative edits and stuff like that are not even popping.
well, what
So
makes it fun?
I really don't know. I really, really, really don't know. Like I'll literally have it on my calendar and then I'll like get on and I'm just like, nope, not feeling it, not feeling creative, not feeling moved. So then I'll just find other things for Mark to do and just be like I can only do this when I'm feeling creative. And right now I'm on a creative kick, which is why like in these last few meetings I've been saying, do my YouTube videos, and they've been getting done. But then there's gonna be a point in time where I'm not gonna mention it at all because like I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm not good. So like while I'm at a high, the goal is to get as many videos done as possible so that they're finished and then give Mark another project, which will probably be to promote the videos. Because creating and publishing is very different from promoting. I don't promote none of my videos. None.
Well, if you do the SEO right, you won't have to promote nothing, really.
He does it. He's good at it.
Yeah, so
He's
people
good at
just
it. Yeah.
find it. Like, you don't have to
Yeah.
promote it, right?
That's
Like,
true. Yeah. I'm good.
as long as you got as long as your thumbnail pulls in people, your title pulls in people, and your SEO keywords are on point, you should be rolling. Like, so
Okay, cool.
yeah,
Okay,
like,
cool.
well, and what I'm thinking is I'm thinking about like I was hearing you were talking about how it became like a job, which
Yeah.
about this job life, okay?
No.
Yeah, one thing we ain't is about this job life. Um, and I'm thinking about like how to change the routine, right? Because when I think about like, so my routine with my YouTube videos is
Mm-hmm.
I come and I don't even do blogs on YouTube. Like all my content stuff is on Instagram. But I do my script, right? I record my video,
Mm-hmm.
I send it off to
Mm-hmm.
Ellie. Because she's been doing this for so long, I do not see the video again until it's on YouTube. like,
Wow.
like literally, I'm just like, do the things, post, right? And so then I just go, and sometimes I will just consume it like, like what do I want to do differently? I may look at the analytics to see like where I might need to change it. But when I'm sitting down, the work that I have to do is creation, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
the work that I have to do. That's the work that I love to do, is the creation.
Right.
You are taking on his role. You are a creator.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But now you've inserted the editing into your role as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if that's your role, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's probably what's taking you out of the creation space, right? Because that's a whole different role. Like to be like, oh, chop this here, add this here, I did. right? That's a different thing than like putting out. And realistically, if the goal of this is document my life, right? You're doing that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. That's true.
Like if that's the goal, you're doing that. Don't let the need for it to be perfect for the world who's going to consume it to have you in a role that you're not supposed to be in. You've done the documentation, right? Like that's the thing. Like put that joint out, and maybe if you want to do a little, and I'm not even, I'm little bit of edit, not even. Okay, I want to say none. And then go back, right? Like you look at it and see what are people really engaging with, right? What parts do they love? What parts, and just use it as a canvas, right? Like if you want to make, you do a Belize video, you do a Belize video, you see people are engaging with it a certain way, then like, you got a million episodes of Belize, right? Like be like, oh, okay, like what's LD brother name? Mark. Be like, Mark, hey, check these analytics. Make sure you add more of this into the next one. But you don't have to be involved in him actually adding it to the next one. Like, create. That's it. That's what you do.
Yes.
So it doesn't feel like a job, because indeed the editing is a job, because that's not supposed to be your job. This is why I feel like a job. Because
that is very true. Very true.
Yes, that's not your job. Okay.
Okay, but
so yes, we're gonna do that. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 hours this week of YouTube edit. No. I feel like no, we're not doing that, because this is 3 hours of editing. We're not doing that. We're not allowing that goal on the list. Like we have to replace this goal with something else. Or we have to take, like, how are you going to do this differently, now understanding that when you dive into the editing piece, you're going to be in the job role and it's going to feel uncomfortable and you're probably not going to do it. So how do you want to do this now? And it's also really not your role. Like,
yeah, it still depends, because I still have to review videos. Like I'm not at the point where like I'm promoting videos without me looking at the final cut. Like I'm always looking at the final cut.
Right now you're editing before he edits, or is he?
It's not. I'm not editing. It's not like I'm like editing before he edits. It's like, especially with the countries, it's like always like a different vibe, where I'm trying to like do something different in each of the countries that I'm going to, specifically for the travel videos. Those are the ones that are the most right now, by far. So it's more so like he compiles them. I watch him and I try to figure out like, okay, what's the story that I want to tell? Do I really want to keep all of this that I created, or do I want to like cut some things out and then have him like jazz it up based on like the cuts that I give him? Like basically the storytelling, I provide the storytelling, and then he basically jazzes it up, sends it back to me, and then more often than not, like is really good at the first take, or we just need one more round of edits and then we done. So that's basically it. So like again, it doesn't take too long. I don't know what it is, just that when I'm just not in that mood, like it's just not popping. The videos are not popping to me.
Well, maybe like, there's no schedule to release these. Like, this is your life.
Basically, yeah, that's basically what it is. Yeah, literally. Because I did go through like, yeah, I literally been releasing a video every Wednesday for the last year and a half, except for probably like a month and a half. I think about 2 months ago. Because it is what it was. There was other things to do, but I think if I just gave myself time, I'm gonna say 3 hours, maybe not 5. I'm gonna do 3 hours this week to go ahead and get this done. I'm gonna do 3 hours of Eva strategy stuff.
Storytelling.
To do the storytelling, yeah. To basically do the storytelling, so that hopefully next week when we meet, then what I'm gonna be doing is kind of basically what you're doing, right? Where I'm scripting for future videos that are not travel related. If I
Yeah.
could just get, if I need to get all the travel related videos out so I could focus more on like the sipping tea with Eve videos, the entrepreneurship videos and stuff
Mhm,
like that. Cause like I have all my topics now, I just got to script and record. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Um, so yeah, I'll do
Yeah,
that.
and you know
I'll
what I was just thinking? I was like, it may be a good idea, and this might be something you wanna implement, like,
yeah.
tell the tell the story, right? Like when you think back on your trip, like watch all your videos, unedit
Yeah.
all your videos,
Yeah.
right? Decide up front, like this is the story I'm trying to tell, and then let him edit it, right? And just be like, this is the story I'm trying to tell. I want to talk about this. I want to highlight this. And then he goes and does that, right?
That's cool.
So
Yeah.
that way you're not having to do it on video by video basis. It's like he knows this is the theme for this whole trip. So every video needs to call to these things that I'm calling out.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, that might help.
Yeah, I like that.
Give them the strategy up front.
Yes, for sure.
Do that like for that whole trip, because I'm sure every trip has different highlights, right?
Yeah, for
Different
sure.
like revelations, right?
Yep, yep,
Pull
yep, yep,
out.
yep, yep,
So
yep.
you just tell him ahead of time, like these are the things I want you to highlight. I think that would.
Okay, that's good. I like that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay,
bet.
all right, we got.
Okay, so I'll do this. I'll do that. The storytelling for Eva strategy. I'll do the hype sessions. I'll do the Kukua fitness.
Mm-hmm.
Um. I need. You know, your brain is just like, don't overload yourself, girl.
Honey, you know I
Um.
got this free life. Okay.
Look, we gonna keep the research stuff on there.
Uh, yeah.
um. Just continue with the research. Executing the research work. Um. And my last one is gonna be I'm stuck between something around finances because I'm about to be outside. Like rebudgeting. I'm like rebudgeting because I'm about to like leave America. Hallelujah.
I'm
Uh,
like, number one, you've been outside
yeah, basically, yeah, yeah,
all year.
yeah. Yeah. Or something in regards to like
When are you
you
planning
know,
to move?
hmm?
When are you planning to move? I need to know how soon this is.
Oh, this is so soon. This is like this is like November.
Girl, bye. Don't play with me like this, okay? Do not play with me like this, okay?
I
My friend.
mean, it's just gonna be like 1 month trips. I'm not gonna stay nowhere for like
Oh,
2, 3 months at a time or anything like that.
okay.
Cause
Well,
you know, life is life in things. But
yes.
like it's not gonna be too bad. But South Africa, then Ghana. So
Okay.
yes.
You know, I have a love for South Africa.
Yes, we know, we know.
Yes. Okay. Um, okay,
Mhm.
so yeah, so your goal 5 is, I mean, if it's November, you might want to get these finances in order, girl. Because it's October today, even though it ain't, but it is.
But it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the finances. That's what we
Yes.
gonna do. That's what we
Yes.
gonna do. Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say the finances for your exit.
Hello. Bye bye. Finance for the exit. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yes,
gonna do.
for the exit. Okay.
Hmm.
I love that. Yes. Okay. All right. So my goals for the week are, one, I need to get my life and my household information for Bali. Okay. I did a live last night because every time I go on a trip, I write a list of outcomes. These are the things that have to be done before I leave so that when I get on the plane, I have no stress. Right. And when I'm there, I'm not
Fact.
stressed. Okay. So my outcomes include things like doing my children's hair. I did True last night. I did do free today because
Hmm.
here with a house full of men, and Lord knows their head's already raggedy. It's gonna be even more raggedy if I don't do it. Yes. Things like submit my visa for Bali, which clearly they wait, like you can't even submit your visa for Bali until 2 days before you arrive.
What?
So literally I leave Wednesday and I gotta submit it on Wednesday because it's gonna take me 2 days to get there. I was planning to do that this weekend. I was like, there's no option for the day. She was like, oh yeah, it's only 2 days. Who knew?
What?
Yes,
That's
girl.
hard.
A whole lot of things. Like I need to buy my daughter a whole new wardrobe because she is now a 4-year-old and we have no 4-year-old clothes. So these are the things that are on my outcome list that need to be done by Wednesday morning.
Okay.
The other thing is content. So, of course, we're leaving on Wednesday. So I have to capture stories. I have to journal thoughts. I have to film the process of going to Bali, right? All the things, because a lot of things, what happens to me or has happened is like I do this so easily now that sometimes I can't reverse engineer it for people because I'm like, it just happened. Like
Exactly.
I looked up and I was on Singapore Airlines going to Bali. Like I don't even know. Like, so I want to make sure as I do more of this more detailed coaching for these Black moms that I actually know exactly, how I made these things happen and what's my mindset behind it. So I need to be doing that all this week. The other thing is testing all my business systems, right? I need to make sure that blinking, the sites is citing, okay? Like just everything. And assign some work to my team for next week. So that I can really be on vacation. Like, and I don't have to be worrying about as much stuff. And then the last thing is staying in the energy of the one, right? Which to me means my morning routine, my evening routine been a hot mess. Okay. I ain't been going to bed this week. Actually I went to bed last night. But for the most part, it has been all over the place with regard to my evening routine. But my morning routine been pretty solid. So if I can stick to the morning routine and just maintain the energy of being the one, I'll be great. It will be a great week. So those are my goals for this week. I feel really confident about all of them. The only thing that I feel like is going to require some real, is it thought? It's not thought. It is systemization, is my capturing the process, right? Like so I want to actually I feel like I need to decide which one of these journals is going to be my journal. And I think I know which one it is going to be, but I need to be like, okay, similar to what I was saying, it was Z yesterday. Just let it be messy. It's okay. It don't matter. Just let it be messy. Like, so just decide that writing my stuff in. Because I found that writing stuff down has been so much more cathartic and just productive than typing it. Right. I can type it later, but I need to write it first. And then just capturing content, like just remembering like when I'm in the moment, like capture this moment as opposed to just living life. Cause that's usually how I be traveling. So I just be out here living life. So that's the one that is, I feel like I'm going to have to like really figure out how I'm going to do this and don't forget to capture as I'm doing it. So yes.
Right. And that might be having Z hold you accountable while traveling, or like Tawanda hold you accountable while traveling, just being like, does someone know, what to do, what you're doing? Like, are you taking for granted, like what you're doing and how you're doing it? And just like sporadically asking you that question so you can remind yourself to be like, oh, let me record really quick. Like, how did I get from point A to B,
I'm about to text my husband right now. Your job is to remind me every day while I'm in Bali.
Yeah.
Not even remind me, to ask me.
Yes, ask you.
Every day while I'm in Bali.
Everybody getting these accountability delegation
Honey,
tasks,
look,
okay?
look, this is the point of this call, y'all. You need accountability because you're gonna forget. And you're gonna put it off. This is the facts, like what
Yep.
I am doing at this point in my journey. And the biggest thing for me about that is gonna be like, just like even right now, like I don't know how I'm getting to JFK. I've not decided, I've not chosen, I have not purchased anything. That is very different than I usually do, but life has been doing the most, but I'm not worried about it. Like, I'm not like, I'm just like, that is on my outcomes list, clearly.
We go
And
get it.
it's on my list of things to do today. And I'm going to choose between Megabus, Greyhound, New Jersey Transit, or Amtrak, whoever is the fastest and the cheapest to New York Penn Station. That's it. That's all. Like, I don't feel stressed about it at all. And I think one of the things that allows me to be that way is because I know the options. I just need to choose one, and I know exactly the criteria for making the decision. Right?
Exactly.
People get like, and I'm like, you just need to know your options, and you need to know the criteria for your decision for this trip, because the criteria might be different for a different trip. And then boom, you're done. It's over. Pay your money.
Yep.
That's it. That's all. So yes. Okay, so as we wrap this up, we're diving into the word of the week. The word of the week really is, what is the word that we're going to use in order to complete these tasks that we have to do this week, these projects, these goals. Yes.
Right. I'm like, wait a minute.
Right. So I'm chim. I'm looking at my goals. Frame information. Businesses.
Who do I want to be this week?
Right. Like, what is it? This is like the hardest part, but I love this part the most.
Yeah, me too.
It really gives like foundation to the whole week. Let me think. As I look at my goals, it's funny because as I look at these goals, I'm like, these are the goals of, like, I feel like I said this last week, but these are the goals, or these are the things that, the person who I want to be would be doing.
Right. Yes,
Like,
exactly.
literally, like capturing, running my business, and taking getaways. Like, these are the things. Like, these are the things. So
That's how I feel.
makes me
That's
so
how I feel
happy
as
because
well.
I'm like, I'm right in alignment with what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm right in alignment. Like, it's just like, this is what I'm supposed to be. Like, it makes me think about, let me look. Okay, hold up.
Who?
No, because I was just watching a video this morning on my money and mindset playlist on YouTube. And it was talking about the law of assumption, right? By Neville Goddard. And what he talks about is, we don't get in life what we want. We get in life who we are, right? And so whenever you are going after a goal or you're trying to achieve something, it's more important to think about, like, how would the person who I want to be handle this situation? Or how would they be living? Or what would they be doing at this moment in their day? Right? And doing that allows you to actually get to having what you want to have, right? Because you're being that person. So I love this video because he talks about like what he did in order to become a 7-figure business owner. And he talks about how he used to ask himself, like, you know, what would, you know, 300, 400K Quasi be doing right now? Like, how would he be handling this? Like, literally, it's almost like asking for advice from that person.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, so for instance, like, as I go on this trip to Bali, right? A girlfriend's getaway is the thing that I help my clients do. Like, what would, 100, 200K travel coach Inez be doing while I'm there, on the way to going there, when I get back? Like, just what was she doing?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so, like, I feel like when I look at this, these are the things she would be doing, right? Like, these are the things she would be doing. And so I feel like my word for the week is going to be assumption, right? Because it's really like, I have assumed the identity, right? Like, I have assumed the identity and I see the evidence right now. And I just need to, throughout this week and throughout my journey in Bali, I need to continue to assume the identity, right, of the person that I want to be every day,
Mm-hmm.
in every situation, right? Um, which to me, like, will allow me to eventually fully be her, right? like fully. So yes, I feel like my word for the week is going to be assumption. Um, and the funny thing is, like, without the story, without the understanding of it,
Yeah.
it would be completely different. But because I know exactly what it means, like, it's just like, yes, do it. Like, this is it.
I love it. I love it so
Yes.
much.
Yes.
Yeah, it's almost like when we be talking about like especially around what, like, with me, like my financial integrity, I'm always like saving, investing, because I'm looking out for my current self is looking out for my future self. You know what I mean? But this time, in what you're saying, you're like, no, I'm gonna I'm gonna ask questions and operate from the person who I know I'm becoming, which
Mm-hmm.
technically is who I already am. Like, I love
Right.
it. I love 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 it. I feel like mine is kind of like a little similar. I feel like last week when I said my word of the week was to decide, was because I feel like I'm always constantly ending up in a place where I'm battling between the life that I want to live versus the life that I realize I've been feeling obligated to live.
Mm-hmm.
Um there's been a constant, that revelation keeps coming up in many different ways in my life, in many different facets. And just coming to terms with the consequences that come with either one. you know I feel like, yeah, you can get to a point where you can live both, but when you've been so extremely on one end, which for me has been the life I feel like I've been obligated to live,
Mm-hmm.
and the life that I've been obligated to live has made me very skillful in a lot of things, and I get paid for what I do. But now I want to just live the life that I want to live and get paid for who I am,
Come
if that
on
makes
now.
sense.
You
Yeah.
preaching. You
Yeah, that's kind of like where I'm
yes.
at. So at the end of the day, like, even on this list, I talked about like my research work, you know, um, and whatnot, which is what I do. Like, I do research, I do project management,
Mm-hmm.
which is, higher than that, I do agile strategy. That's what, like, even strategy come from, and leadership development. But like all these things, like being in this conference that I was just in, how I ended up in Mexico, like how these people found me, they brought me in because of who I am. What I
Mm-hmm.
do was just like, oh, thank you. Thank you, God.
Right.
Thank you that you have this. Like, like that was extra. And in my brain, I'm like, yeah, I want more of that. I want to get paid for who I am. And
Mm-hmm.
what I do is just a cherry on top.
Mm-hmm.
So um I think now that I've decided, I'm starting to kind of feel a little bit more ease I'm still struggling though. I'm not gonna act like I'm not struggling. And there's still some things I have to do around like with my friends and my family, and then letting people know that I love, like, hey, like this is how I'm about to shift right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but this is who I am. Like, love me for who I am. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
um, and again, like I'm even strategy. So like you would think like, oh, do I have a plan, or like, well, how do you get paid for who you are? Like, I don't know. Like, I had two instances where it happened, and I wasn't even planning for it.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I think my word is gonna be I don't know how to encapsulate the life I want to live or who I am in a one word, but I don't know. I think I'm just gonna lean into like I think I'm just gonna lean into ease, because I think I'm finally not starting to feel
I
it. So
love that. I love
I'm gonna
that.
go for ease.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 and yes. Yes. And let me tell you, you having the word ease as your word of the week. Bees, you have come a long way, my sister. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Okay. Like, yes. That's what you know what they call that growth.
Girl.
Okay. Yes, yes, and
Girl.
yes, buddy. Yes.
I
Okay.
love it.
This is so good. This is so good. Y'all, please drop your goals for the week in the comments, your word for the week in the comments. Let us know if this was helpful. Because we want to make sure that this is valuable for you too. I know this is valuable for us. Okay. Like, and really in the funny thing is, as I was in the shower today, I was thinking like this accountability call is my way of documenting my process, right? Like, this is so that when I am fully into, 6, 7 figure travel coach land, I can look back on September 25th, 2023 and be like, girl, this is what we was talking about. Like, this is what we did. These are the steps that I did. Like, these are the hurdles I was trying to overcome. This is what was going on in my life. So, this is really helpful for me. And it's really like helping me to be able to focus every week. If y'all don't have accountability partners, I'm literally suggesting, like, you highly suggest that you get some. Like,
We do.
this is
Get
not a
them
game.
out.
It's not a game. And if you want us to be your accountability partners, let us know. We literally have a group co-working session every single day.
Right after this.
With another Zoom chat where we sit on there and hold each other accountable to being focused during our day, because there's so many distractions during the day. And then also with everybody working remote, it's very easy to be isolated, like in your work.
Yeah.
So we have our own office on the Google Meets every day. So, yes, yes. Well, I am off to hit these outcomes, get
Yep.
my life information, girl, honey, get this packing information because
Oh my gosh. I just unpacked and I'm like, I already got to repack.
right, exactly. This is
Woo.
honey. So y'all pray if you are interested in seeing me take this journey. Go over to Instagram. That's where all the things be. In International Inez, all the things be on Instagram. Check the stories, check the reels, check the things.
Yes.
Also, if you're somebody who is interested in travel, make sure you click the link below to book a call with me about how to take these kid-free getaways. Y'all know y'all need a break, okay? Y'all gonna stop looking at my things on Instagram, act like I'm the only person who can do this. Y'all gonna do this too, okay? And
Yes, we love it.
also, if you need some coins for your getaway, it's not gonna be in this video, but stay tuned. Stay tuned. Because the freemium will be available soon. So you can unlock your travel funds. So yes. I don't know if we're gonna see y'all next week. But if not, we'll see y'all the week after that. Okay.
Yes. And always remember, if life go trip on you, you better trip on life.
And you better
I
feel
did
life, okay? Exactly. Bye,
it. Like,
y'all.